What's going on YouTube? It is your boy Chris, back again with another video for you guys today. In this video, I want to talk about tomorrow's SBCs and something that just actually got tweeted out by Futwatch. Apparently, a middle icon pack SBC, or it could be for swaps. I don't believe it will be, but if we look at Futwatch's tweet, and I'm going to show you guys right now, the tweet that they showed, this shows a middle icon player. Okay, so I could see them doing this either today when you're watching this video or on Friday. I don't think they'll do it on Christmas Day, and I don't think they'll do it on Thursday, but I do believe they are going to do it at some point this week. And the impact that it has already had on the market is enough people have seen the SBC leak, and people have gone in and invest. So every 88 today was about 25 to 26k. It is already 32,000 coins for a lot of these cards. Neuer is up at 32. A lot of these cards are 29 to 33k at the moment. So these cards are just going to get really invested on, in my opinion. I was planning on doing a club stock earlier today, and now they've dropped this SBC, so I'm not going to be able to club stock. I was planning on doing it for VIDAL's SBC, which we were going to see some things go up anyway. I wanted to invest in pretty much like Rakitic and like Barca players, Parejo, stuff like that. But now I think all of this stuff is already up to, yeah, this is 18,000. This was like 15k earlier today. You know, all of this is already up now, so that plan has kind of gone out the window. Hopefully for me, if it doesn't come out today, I can kind of get in when people panic sell that it isn't today, and maybe EA drop a little cheeky pack supply, which I could see that happening. So a middle icon SBC, that has just happened literally 30-40 minutes ago. It's just crazy, man. EA know what to do, especially people were paying 500k for this base icon SBC, and now people are going to definitely pay whatever they have to go and do this SBC, the middle icon, which I think, honestly, as long as they don't price it at like 800k, 700k, they're probably going to get a lot of people to go and do it. As long as you make it around 500-600k, maybe you add one more requirement, or you add the same requirements as the last one. I do expect 87s to 91s to still just absolutely fly. Like, Oblak was 51,000 coins, I believe. I saw a tweet earlier today. He was 51k, and I think he's about 60 now. Yeah, he's about 60,000 coins at the moment, so that's up like 10k. I could imagine that Ter Stegen is the same way as well. I'm sure. Is he 50k? Oh, because Oblak's at 91. This isn't 90. Okay. Yeah, so this is probably up a bit. 89s like Alisson, De Gea, they were about, low 30s today. I can assume that they are up into like the low 40s at the moment. Yeah, 40k for them. So all of this is up in price. And I think a lot of people are going to do the SBC. I think these cards are going to continue to rise. As long as the SBC does come today, I think they're going to see a straight rise. I might just pick some up actually for the club. I know they were cheaper, but I might buy a lot at like 37, 38 just because I know that these cards will continue to go back. You just go up crazy high, like 45, 46 minimum. So I might go and do that. If you guys are going to invest in these things also, you still could get in. They're still not that, like, they're still low enough where you could still buy, but you have to find 1-2k undercuts. And also, these cards are going to continue to go up in price. So, just expect that. I think De Gea is still, around 40k. So, they're all consistent, man. Just pick these cards up around 36, 37k is what I would recommend. I know it's late night at the moment, but you could find some listings, get on some bids. Stuff like that. Look at nominee cards as well. Like the SBC Flyer nominees that are really low in price. You could pick those up. People don't look at those cards. For some reason, they never look at them. Guys like Neuer, Hummels, look at 87s, guys. Look at all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, Neuer's about 31, 30. So this you might be able to get, maybe under 30k. Yeah, this is still not bad for investments. Again, if I go and look at Neuer, what happens with these cards during SBCs is if they get the cheapest by their rating, they always fly 4 to 5k up in price. Now, if I'm looking at this graph, it looks like this card goes to about 36, 37k when needed. And yeah, 37, 35, 36 from 24. So that went up actually like 12, 13k. So you can see the same thing even with a middle icon. The demand should be even more than what it is from a base icon perspective. So you can see this card's still rising in my opinion. Like, I'm going to try to get in at 28, 29 for these cards. And just see what happens there. I'll probably still do a club stock, even though they're a little bit higher. I still think they're gonna do well, so I might put like 2 mil into stuff. Who knows? In terms of the Futmas SBCs today, now we're supposed to get VIDAL, and we're supposed to get SHAQIRI. So some link investments you guys can look at. Some cards, obviously late night, so things are getting a little bit more rare. But this Fabinho card, whether it be the nominee or the inform, either one I think is okay. People could. You know, that SHAQIRI, man, he actually has some hype, so I wouldn't be surprised if that card actually does. A lot of people do the SBC. I could see this card going up just a bit. I think Mertens went up a bit today as well. Trying to find, like, shadows on these cards as well, because when these original prices go up, the shadow goes up with it as well, and you can find, and you can make so many coins off of that. I look at Trent's nominee card, or I would look at his inform as well. Possibly the nominee, because if SHAQIRI is less than like 60k to do, the Trent nominee card would go up more because it would just fit the price range more on a card like this. So I could definitely see it. Is he 32k at the moment? He is 32. So I sold this at like 26 yesterday. He's already 31. So people have a good mindset when it comes to this card. This card is definitely going to rise tomorrow. This card, from my perspective right now, is he actually might drop when the SBC comes out, because a lot of people have already bought this card. He's already up 7,000 to 9,000 coins. So this might actually drop during the release. We'll see what happens there. In terms of VIDAL, a guy like De Jong, watch out for his inform and watch out for his Team of the Year card and his wants to watch. These cards are going to be all susceptible to VIDAL getting released. I think you could see as well a lot of CDMs getting sold off. As well, you could see that if he gets released as a CDM. In terms of link investments, you might be able to look at like a Semedo inform. I don't know if he's actually that high right now, but you can look at that because again, he's a left back. You can't look at like Scream PK because he's an SBC. You can't really look for like a Langlet because it wouldn't really make sense. Yeah, he's about 103k at the moment. Maybe look under 100. It wouldn't be that bad of a deal. So those are kind of some like link investments you guys can look at for this. And then yeah, like 86s to 87s will probably be needed for those SBCs. Especially for the VIDAL SBC. I wonder where these prices are at right now. Yeah, so he's already like 25. Yeah, these are high at the moment, man. That's so annoying. I hate that FUTWatch tweeted out right now because people are so quick to buy these cards. I might just, I don't know, I've switched up my stance a couple times in this stream already, but I might just like hold off a bit because they are so expensive. Especially the 87s. You want these around 20k, 21, and they're already at 25, so you don't like that price margin right there. If they were going 28k, you're making like 1.5k a card, so I wouldn't really like that. In terms of today's SBCs, we didn't really get, or nothing really got panic sold a ton. I mean, we did see like a Raja Nainggolan inform go down a bit just because he's a right wing, but this doesn't make sense. This should recover tomorrow because, okay, see, like this to me doesn't make much sense. He is down about 9,000-10,000 coins, but he doesn't get played as a right winger in game. He gets played as like a central player. So this is a card that I could see definitely rebounding tomorrow. He was about 83, 84, and he's now down at about 73. So I might look around 70 for this card. I think he'll easily go back to 80 plus. This is a good like 6-7k per card right there. And in terms of it was Renato Sanchez we got today. We saw some panic on a little bit of like, meta, midfielders, but nothing crazy on them. Again, they tricked us up a bit because we thought it was going to be, we thought it was going to be João Felix, and they ended up being Renato Sanchez instead. So we knew it was going to be Portuguese, but we didn't know who it actually was going to be from. So we got those two SBCs. Tomorrow's going to be VIDAL and SHAQIRI. Expect probably an 83, 84 for SHAQIRI, and expect probably an 85 for VIDAL. I expect a lot of people to do VIDAL because VIDAL's gold is really, he was used a lot in this FIFA already, so I expect this card to definitely do very well. I think a lot of people will pay for it. Not as much maybe as the Sissoko. Like, they can't obviously charge 200 plus K for it. But if they put it to like in, you know, 125, 140K, I think people will do it. Just be careful of like midfielders in general tomorrow. You know, you could see them drop just a bit. So I'd be careful. And I'd also just be careful of icons, man, because we are getting close to icon swaps. The market might be like tricky tomorrow. I'm gonna be curious to see what they do. If they decide to drop it tomorrow, I think you're gonna see a lot of panic around the 5-6 p.m. range, as there usually is, especially on nominee cards, group stages, icons, whatever it may be. You could see a lot of panic on the market like an hour before the SBC drops, or if it doesn't drop at all. So we'll see what happens there. It's gonna be like a short video today. I don't think I have much else to look at. Like, in terms of me trading, man, like, I'm trying to figure out how to flip these prime cards. It's a weird one with these primes. Like, they fluctuate a ton, man. And I'm just flipping icons in general. Like, I have a Gattuso on here. I literally picked up 5 minutes before. Been slacking a bit with my trading, so gotta get back into the swing of things here. Team of the Year is approaching. It got confirmed that Team of the Year is confirmed on January 6th, so that's literally like 2 weeks away. And it makes sense from an SBC fodder's point of view, because if you think about it, EA, there's more that is contained in a pack if fodders are already high from the prime icon or for the middle icon SBC. I think you could definitely see that. Maybe it's for swaps, maybe it's for maybe it's just an SBC itself, but I could definitely see them releasing something like that just because they can get fodders to go up in price. So I definitely see that happening. We'll see what happens tomorrow. We'll see what happens Wednesday, Thursday. My point of view is that the market is going to do well Wednesday and Thursday. Hopefully it doesn't shit itself because it did the first time. Hopefully, in the way it is this year, I think the market would be more prepared for an SBC like that as compared to where it was in the first one, because the first one, we didn't even know it was coming. Like, they literally tweeted it out at 3 p.m. my times, 8 p.m. UK time. They never released stuff on 8 p.m. UK. So I was very, very surprised that they did that the first time. But they obviously wanted the market to drop. They did that, you know, obviously. So I think the market's more prepared this year, but I do think a lot of people will go and do the SBC. So just be careful with the market. It's going to be a little tricky the next couple days, but we'll get through it. So hope you guys do enjoy this video today. Make sure you guys do drop a like, comment, subscribe if you're new around here. And I'll talk to you guys in a video soon. Peace out.